Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off today, V70 T5M. We're going to finish off this dash though. Get to work on this parking brakes. See what we could get into after that. So this center console has a wood insert we're going to go ahead and put in. And then put the dash pad on in the car. And then start working on these parking brakes before we put this back in. One thing Steve had an issue with was the tabs broken on the cigarette lighter. He had that pulled up through the little coin holder because the tabs was broken. So this is the old one, plain Jane gray. Heck, even that was deteriorating. Here's a new one, and those tabs seem to be in great shape, so we should be good to go. Let me get this installed. You could spray this with some polyurethane or something. But be careful you don't lean on them. If you lean on them, you crack them and then they start peeling up. This is on the edge of starting to deteriorate there. This tab over here seems a little weak, so I'm going to try to put a zip tie on this thing. Might cut down into this just a little bit. So I'll get a zip tie the whole way around and cut into this other one over here a little bit too. Or drill a hole in them. I want to get this supported by a zip tie so that thing doesn't fall out. Shaved a little bit off of that rib. And I got this zip tie pretty tight right around that part, that top part there, and that should hold that forever. That should never come loose, break those tabs off or nothing like that. So let me go ahead and get to work on these parking brakes. Get this dash pad in. Just in case those of you that are not in the know, these dash are held into the car primarily by 4 mounts. One about here, one about here, one about there, one about there. And those 4 mounts are molded along the back of this dash, and they're, man, not quite as wide as 2 of my fingers, about 1 inch wide. And they're this hard plastic that gets brittle over time. And man, if you leave this dash alone, you'll probably be okay. People leaning, pushing on the dash, doing things. I think that's probably what breaks them loose. Maybe the car flexing a little bit breaks them loose. And then you got a problem with the dash making noise because the plastic is broken, and while the car flexes and hits bumps, the plastic rubs together, creaks, pops. It could be as bad as popping sounds like people get when they light off those little red firecrackers. This could be horrible. Anyway, gotta take the dash out, rebuild those, reinforce those, put the dash back in, then you're good to go. So that's what we did yesterday. I'm going to put the pad on, put the cluster back in, put the steering wheel on, stuff like that. There's a video linked in the comments below that'll tell and show you more about that. Parking brakes. Parking brake handle pulled. Wheel still spinning. Both sides. So, you got to get this fixed. You got a manual. You really should have parking brakes, man. It is dangerous without them. Ask me how I know. Brakes are working well. Stand up on them things. And I'm putting everything back together. I believe everything's together. Good. Got his wood grain. I'm going to look for a wood shift knob for him. And we should be ready to go. Woo woo. I gave him a better jack too because I want him to be here next time I come. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself we'll reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.